a wedding. They asked if I could watch my niece, who's 14, while they're away. And I said yes. So they dropped her off early Saturday morning so they could catch an early flight, and they would be home on Sunday. When they dropped her off, she is very organized. She had this list of things that my niece had to complete, like homework and stuff like that. And at the bottom, it said that she was going to stay at a friend's house for a sleepover for a birthday, a girl on the soccer team. And I checked with her. I was like, hey, you know this family? And my sister goes, yes, we've been together on the same soccer team for like 10 years. So a little before 6 o'clock, when I'm supposed to drop my niece off, I checked with my niece. I said, you have money? She's like, yes. I said, is your phone fully charged? She's like, yes. I said, you have an extra charging cord? She goes, yes. I said, can you see my location? Because I want to see your location. She goes, yes. So we checked our phones. I said, great. I took a little picture of her. I know, don't ask, but I did take a picture of her. So then we head over there. I introduced myself. I said, hey, I'm the auntie. Here's my phone number. If there's an emergency, please contact me. She has no food allergies. I looked at my niece. I said, I'll be back here at 11 a.m. tomorrow to pick you up. She's like, okay. And so I head back home. My husband and I had dinner plans. So we had dinner. Then we got home around 10:30. And so I'm just unwinding on the couch, watching TV, and I doze off. I thought I heard the phone ring, but I wasn't sure. So by the time I got up, it stopped. But then I heard a ding, text message ding. So I looked at my phone and it said, from my niece, it said, auntie, can you come pick me up? I didn't even ask why. I said, on my way. So I get in the car and boom, boom, I am there. So by the time I get to the door, I was like, listen, come on out. I called her. I was like, meet me at the door. So she meets me at the door, and the mom was there. She's like, hey, is everything okay? I was like, yeah, she's not feeling too well, so I'm going to go ahead and just pick her up a little bit early. She's like, oh, okay. She's like, that's weird. Some of the other girls weren't feeling well either. I was like, We're on our way home, and I looked at my niece. I said, you good? She goes, I'm good, but it was weird. I said, what was weird? She goes, there was a camera in the room. I go, in your friend's room? She goes, yeah. We asked her, hey, is that a camera? She confirmed, and she goes, it's not live or on. And we're like, okay. So what I did was I took my hoodie off, and I just draped it over it. Smart girl. And next thing you know, mom comes in and takes the hoodie off of it. And so we were just looking at each other, and we felt really weird. And I stopped her right there. I go, did anyone undress in front of that camera? She goes, one girl did, but it was before the whole hoodie thing. I was like, okay. I go, how about the bathroom? She goes, I don't think there was one in there. She's like, I think there was one in the game room and maybe the kitchen and the living room or something. I was like, okay. And then on the outside, I was like, all right. So I get on the phone with my sister. I was like, hey, this is what's happening. She goes, we're going to be there in a few hours. They're going to find an early flight and head back home. Remember, they were supposed to come home on Monday. And so within, 5-6 hours or something, they get there. And she said, I'll touch base with you on Monday. I was like, you do that. So she calls me on Monday, and she's like, hey, this was what the conversation went.